Police blow up highly dangerous packages left in an industrial park.
That the hazardous materials are believed to include picric acid, which is a highly volatile substance when dried.
Then another suspicious package is found at a Northwest library, but there's no one left to inspect it. Plus, more than half of Canadians with homes in the U.S. say they plan to sell this year.
One respondent said it felt more like Beirut.
From militarization to trade battles, Donald Trump is putting a chill on snowbirds. And a Canadian pilot who survived cancer still can't get back in the cockpit.
I'm stuck on the ground right now until Transport Canada issues me my medical.
With a growing pilot shortage, why is Ottawa taking so long to review files?
CTV Calgary, local breaking news with Tara Nelson.
Hello and thank you for joining us. We begin with breaking news tonight. The Calgary Bomb Squad has been called to deal with suspicious packages in 2 different locations. They don't believe they are connected and no one has been hurt. Part of the Manchester industrial area has been blocked off for more than 24 hours as explosive experts blow up hazardous materials they found there. The area is between 45th and 50th Street on McLeod Trail and north to 1st Street Southeast. And then late this afternoon, another suspicious package was discovered, this time at Judith Umbach Library in Huntington Hills in the Northwest. Now let's begin with the hazardous material incident in the Southwest. Terry Fikowski has been at that scene all day. And Terry, police are holding controlled detonations where you are.
Tara, and police are asking people to avoid the area for public safety and say that you can expect to hear loud blasts coming from the area for several hours and even possibly into tomorrow as they work to destroy a dangerous substance that was found at a local business here yesterday. I can tell you that these blasts and explosions are getting louder and bigger, sending dirt and smoke right up into the air. And we can even feel it up on a hill where we are across the road here on McLeod Trail. Each explosion bigger and louder than the last. Calgary Police's tactical and bomb unit turning the 4700 block of 1st Street Southwest into a controlled detonation zone with a large mound of dirt, wet sandbags, and a truck acting as a barrier to the blast.
We were asking around what's happening. They were saying, I thought there was a crime at first, or like but apparently there's a suspicious package.
According to police, a local moving company was hired to dispose of several substances, but the chemicals were mislabeled and sat in a package for 10 days. When the company opened the pallet Tuesday, they called 911, and investigators determined the hazardous material included picric acid, which is highly volatile when dry. It's used in labs and is more powerful and less stable than TNT, and was behind the 1917 explosion that destroyed much of Halifax.
And when it's transported in the proper packaging, it is safe. But in this particular case, because of the way it was left, because of the mislabeling, the fact is that after 10 days that some of the containers started to deteriorate, and so it became a different form of chemical, and it became more dangerous.
Police quickly evacuated businesses and nearby homes for public safety, then further extended the evacuation zone on Wednesday.
It is a small area of both commercial and residential. There's a very small number of residential homes in that area, and those folks have been evacuated and are being taken care of by Red Cross if they need some additional assistance.
Many who work in the area were rattled by the experience, but are eager to learn when they can return.
They're taking it quite seriously, so if anything had happened, it would have been quite scary because I work close by.
Losing all those calls and customers and stuff, right? Because we do have a lot of walk-in clientele, and then with our plaza being shut down and the businesses around us, it really hurts.
Police have now launched a criminal investigation to determine how this happened. Now, we've heard 6 very loud and powerful blasts since around 1:30 this afternoon. It's unclear how many more are expected, but police say they will pause operations at 10 p.m. and then continue in the morning if it is necessary. They have also issued a no-fly zone in the area until further notice. They're also pausing traffic along this stretch of McLeod Trail while they conduct the blast. Tara, as well, warning that there will be periodic delays along the C-Train's red line, and some bus routes have been detoured as well for public safety.
Okay, that's good, Terry. Thank you for that. Let's go to Stephanie Thomas now at the other scene tonight, Judith Umbuck Library in Huntington Hills. So what is happening there, Stephanie?
Tara, you can see a police cruiser parked behind me, and the officer is directing people away from the library and from the Thornhill Community Medical Center, which is typically open until 9 p.m. on Wednesdays, but it has closed early because of this active investigation, and there's no indication when either of those locations will reopen. Now, police say they received a call around 1 this afternoon. A suspicious package was located inside the library. Now, this building also has the health center, a social services center, and a daycare. Now, the first officers on scene decided the package needed further investigation before deciding its threat level. So for now, only the childcare center is open and unaffected, but the rest of the building is going to be closed until further notice. Now, because of resources tied up in the Manchester industrial area, it's not clear how long it will take to determine how dangerous the package here is, Tara. And police do confirm, however, that there is no connection that they can confirm right now between the two incidents.
There is breaking news in a southeast Calgary neighborhood tonight. Firefighters are dealing with an incident on Mahogany Lake. They were called to the area around 5 p.m. EMS says its crews are on standby for a potential water rescue, while fire crews are on their boat in the lake. No other details are available at this point. The search for two adults who fell into Upper Kananaskis Lake in Peter Lougheed Provincial Park has now entered a second day. RCMP say the canoe carrying 4 people tipped over just before 4 o'clock Tuesday afternoon. Nearby boaters and paddleboarders raced to the rescue and pulled a man and a woman to safety. Another man and woman remain missing. RCMP say the 4 were part of a larger group of international visitors who were camping in the area. They are all in their 30s. Boats and helicopters are being used to try and locate the missing man and woman. Crews are battling a fire in a condo complex in the deep southeast tonight. Fire crews were called to a townhouse development in New Brighton at about 4:20 this afternoon. A second alarm was then called to get more fire crews and equipment to the scene in the 100 block of New Brighton Point. Police say they have been assisting firefighters with evacuations and road closures. There is no word from officials yet on any possible injuries. The public is being advised to stay away from the area while first responders do their work. A townhome was gutted after an explosion and fire yesterday, but luckily everyone got out safely. Just moments before the explosion, that police officer had been telling people to clear out. It appears the fire started on the deck and then spread to the house. 3 adults in the home, 2 men and a woman with limited mobility, managed to escape.
Their mom, they just got her pulled out just before the explosion. So it was the explosion was really scary.
So I grabbed the fire extinguisher, 2 of them actually, and I go across the road and I don't know, I just tried to put it out.
These units are vinyl siding, so when it starts on the exterior, it moves up vinyl siding quite rapidly.
3 other units were evacuated for several hours. Police say impaired driving is being investigated as a factor in a serious collision in the northeast early this morning. 2 SUVs collided at 68th Street and McKnight Boulevard at around 1:20 a.m. Investigators say 5 people were hurt, including the drivers, who have serious but not life-threatening injuries. One of the drivers, an 18-year-old man, is under investigation for possible impairment. Police are asking witnesses or anyone with dash cam video of the incident to come forward. A majority of Canadians who own a home south of the border are looking to sell. That's according to a new survey. The Royal LePage report shows 54% of Canadians who own American property are now planning on selling in the next year. Of those, 62% say it's due to political reasons, while 33% say it's for financial or personal reasons. It's estimated about 750,000 Canadians own property in the U.S.
But if a material number of people repatriate their capital, take the money from the sale of American properties and invest it in recreational areas in, South Shore of Nova Scotia, the Laurentians, Muskokas, Canmore in Alberta, it could have a material impact on Canadian recreational markets.
Of the Canadians who have sold U.S. property or intend to sell, the survey found about a third of them do plan to reinvest that capital into Canada. Calgary remains under a heat warning tonight with a stretch of hot, dry days ahead. It's a big change to July. Golf courses then said they had plenty of tee times available, but now things are filling up quickly as we enjoy an extended hot streak. Jacqueline Wilson reports.
Golfers were out catching rays and fairways as the heat wave continues.
I wear my hat and drink lots of fluid, of course.
We're looking for only the shade.
It's a far cry from July's wet weather.
I was able to golf during the wet. Balls didn't go as far, but that's okay.
I golfed in the rain and the wet. It's been nice because look at the courses and everything's green still. It's just beautiful.
The nice weather has city courses booked solid for the next few days. While the golfers remain in good spirits, those who work in the heat are doing their best to stay cool.
Trying to keep on shade, right? And then use long sleeve. So it keep the sun away from you, and then use a lot of sun protection.
Staying in the shade, definitely communicating with the people around you to make sure that they know how you're feeling. Drink a lot of water.
These conditions can pose a risk for those working outside.
When you're dealing with heat to this level, if you're doing especially physical activity outside in the heat of the day, you can be at risk of heat illnesses.
Daytime high temperatures ranging between 29 and 33 degrees Celsius are expected this week with no rain in sight.
Looks like over the next little while, we're not seeing much of anything. Maybe some, thunderstorm activity through the foothills off and on, but not a lot of action in terms of precipitation in the Calgary region. You saw some rain on the 20th of August, but not much since. So it's been a little bit of a dry stretch, and that continuing this week.
A run through the sprinklers will help cool you down. At least that's what some of the animals at the Wilder Institute Calgary Zoo are doing. A little roll in the mud acts as a natural sunscreen for these Red River hogs, though I wouldn't recommend that technique for everyone. Jacqueline Wilson, CTV News, Calgary.
Well, it depends how hot we get. A roll in the mud might feel pretty good because it's going to be a hot, long weekend.
A roll in the mud, yeah. Also, what helps our clothes out a little bit more and for us to be a little on the cleaner side is this wind is actually helping too. So we have gusts around 33 to 50 kilometers per hour expected as we head through the evening hours and right now. So that's helpful. So when you get home, you can open the window a little bit, let the breeze in to help cool things down. 28 degrees is the temperature at the airport. Our high was 29 in the city. And for tomorrow, you can expect that same type of thing, a little breezy tomorrow afternoon and a high of 29 as well. One key thing for tomorrow morning is that even at 8 a.m., it will already be 18 degrees. So it's a toasty day for the entire day. By long weekend, yep, still hot. I'll show you that longer range forecast coming up, Tara.
Thank you, Danielle. Just ahead, biologists are studying the species in Fish Creek Park. It's actually been 30 years since anyone waded in, and a lot has changed since then, including the way in which researchers capture the fish. And a Calgary pizzeria has been shut down for unsanitary conditions. We have those details for you just ahead. If you have a news tip for us, you can text us anytime at 10400. We have an update now on breaking news coming to us from southeast Calgary, the neighborhood of Mahogany. We've just received this video in from the scene. Emergency crews have responded to the beach club area on Mahogany Lake, and divers are in the water near the main dock. They were called to the area around 5 p.m. EMS says its crews are on standby for a potential water rescue while firefighters investigate. We have CTV News crews at the lake, and we will bring you more information as we get it. The CEO of Trans Mountain says there's no rush to build another pipeline.
Optimize the kit that you have, which you can do in steps over time, and then add capacity as it's needed. And then you have time to evaluate the bigger issue, which is, do you need another pipeline somewhere?
Speaking with CTV's Vashi Capellos, Mark Mackey says Ottawa should focus on maximizing capacity before approving new pipeline projects. The federal government purchased the Trans Mountain Pipeline for $4.5 billion in 2018. It then spent $34 billion to expand it. Right now, the TMX operates at about 85% capacity. Ottawa says it's working on nation-building infrastructure projects to be announced in the fall. Alberta Premier Daniel Smith has been pushing for major pipelines to be included. Alberta is promising a restructured electricity market to handle increased demand over the next decade. The Alberta Electric System Operator will move ahead with changes it says will make the provincial grid more reliable and affordable for consumers. The plan will also seek to attract more private projects to the provincial grid. Among the major changes is the introduction of locational marginal pricing that will see electricity costs vary by location based on grid demand. There will also be more incentives for generators to ramp up supply when demand is high.
Reliability really is what remains our top priority, and the restructured energy market introduces solutions that will strengthen the grid. It's going to allow Alberta to integrate more intermittent renewables onto the system, and it's going to support continued demand growth.
The announcement comes after nearly 2 years of work with the electricity industry. The new market design will be implemented in mid-2027. The Fish Creek watershed runs through the largest provincial park with its namesake in South Calgary. But the last time any kind of fish survey was done in it was 1992. Now biologists are using a technique called electrofishing to identify species that call the creek home. Kevin Fleming explains.
They've had to wait for the water to clear after a record July rainfall. Now this team is collecting data from 30 sites in Fish Creek and its tributaries. Elliot Lindsay operates an electrofisher and works a 300-meter section of the creek.
So the person wearing the backpack, they're putting out about 200 to 300 volts of DC current into the water at a really low amperage. And what happens is that causes fish, their muscles on either side of their body to contract.
The stunned fish are then captured and placed in a bucket. This is the first time anyone's looked at what's living in the watershed since 1992. The team is now in Pritis, but started where the creek meets the Bow River.
We caught a lot of fish. I think we caught almost 600 fish in a 300-meter reach. And we did document Prussian carp there. So those fish were not here in the 90s at all, anywhere. So that's like a new development.
Ross Anderson says the team is putting in long days to document the species, but he says most of the fish they're finding upstream are what they'd expect to find.
In these areas, we're finding a lot of long-nosed dace, trout perch, white suckers, and then some trout as well, rainbow trout.
Fish Creek is an incredibly important tributary for a lot of spawning trout fish, so it does absolutely play into the sport fishing that we see in the Bow River.
David Swan knows Fish Creek well and is looking forward to seeing the results of the study.
Climate change seems to be a factor, clear-cut logging up in the Kananaskis, and a lot of withdrawals along the Fish and Pritis Creeks. So we've got to find out more about the quality and quantity of water here.
Researchers are hopeful to complete their field work by the end of this month. Then they say it'll take another couple of months to compile all that information, and they're hopeful that the finished study will be released sometime later this fall or early next year. Kevin Fleming, CTV News, Pritis.
That finished report will be available to the public through the Fish and Wildlife Internet Management System, along with the Friends of Fish Creek Provincial Park Society. Water levels in southern Alberta's reservoirs are continuing to hold steady as we head into September. The Old Man Reservoir has a current storage of 67%, while the St. Mary Reservoir is at its normal level of 70% for this time of year. Heading into the summer, City of Lethbridge officials say things looked a little grim water-wise, but heavy rain throughout June and July brought levels back to normal. The province downgraded drought conditions from stage 3 to stage 1 this year, compared to stage 4 last summer.
Speaking with Alberta Environment and protected areas, they're actually projecting for fall, by mid-October, the reservoir to be between 54 and 60% full. While this is still just below normal, it's substantially better than we were looking at or anticipating earlier in the season. So that's a win for us.
Lethbridge says if the Rocky Mountains get a normal snowpack this winter, conditions next spring and summer will look much better.
This is CTV News, Calgary.
Let's bring Danielle back in. We're certainly not thinking snow right now. We're getting hot, hot, hot.
I heard you say the word and it made me stress out a little bit. Yes, heat first. Let's enjoy this burst of summer. Of course, be cautious in this kind of heat. If you're going to be out exerting yourself, Going for a jog in the peak sun hours, that's going to be a bit tricky. So we do have heat warnings in place. Those heat warnings have expanded compared to this time yesterday. Lomond, Champion, Brooks, Calgary, Strathmore, Drumheller, all included in this, Kananaskis as well. The far south is not included in the heat warning, but as we talked about many times, it's because the heat warning criteria is different for the far south. It's actually hotter in this corner right here than all other areas. So check out current temperatures. 32 in Medicine Hat, 31 in Brooks, 32 in Drumheller, 32 in Lethbridge, oh my goodness, 28 in Calgary, and we'll likely tack on another degree for our high for tomorrow in the city. There is a little bit of instability once again way off in the mountains, but it's so stable here that this isn't going to be able to track off to the QE2. This will really die out pretty quickly, and they're non-severe. So it's a quieter day because high pressure is dominating. There is a stateside system though, and this is going to be impacting our weather a little bit for the next couple of days. We'll notice more cloud cover, especially in the far south. We'll see a little bit of that in Calgary as well, and by late day Friday, even by 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Friday, we could get a couple isolated showers or non-severe thunderstorms from this. So here's the Futurecast giving you the forecast here with regards to what we could see by Friday because of this system in the city. Tomorrow, sunshine in the morning, hot in the morning already, 18 degrees at 8 a.m., getting up to a high of 29 in the city in the afternoon, but later in the afternoon you may just some clouds increasing. Again, to the far, far west along the mountains, there may be a couple non-severe thunderstorms trying to get going. They just won't. Friday, though, in the afternoon, by 3 in the afternoon, we have the potential of thunderstorm activity or shower activity in Calgary. It will be very isolated, very brief if we get it at all, because we're still going to be fairly stable. But we'll see that development off to the west as well. Again, that's the afternoon on Friday. Okay, 29 degrees for tomorrow and sunshine in the morning. A few clouds rolling in the afternoon and supper hours. Friday, we have that potential of that afternoon sprinkle, but highs of 29 for the next couple of days. We'll cool slightly to 26 for Saturday, but by Sunday and Monday, we're right back into those high 20s. So it will be a hot Labor Day long weekend. That's your Action Furnace 5-day forecast, Tara.
Thank you, Danielle. A Calgary pizzeria has been shut down for unsanitary conditions, including being overrun by mice. Famoso Neapolitan Pizzeria on 4th Street Southwest was ordered to shut down on August 20th. Investigators found significant amounts of mouse droppings throughout the facility, as well as fruit flies. Soiled cleaning cloths were left out, and temperatures were too warm in food storage areas. The restaurant must now do extensive cleaning and pest management before it will be allowed to reopen. 2 children are killed, 17 people injured after a school shooting in Minnesota. The shooter opened fire on students attending Mass on the 3rd day of school. And a young Calgary pilot who beat cancer says he's desperate to fly again, and he's perfectly healthy. So why is it taking so long to be approved by Ottawa? Police say 2 young children are dead and 17 others, mostly children, were hurt when a shooter opened fire at a Catholic school in Minneapolis this morning. Investigators say the shooter took their own life. Now they're trying to determine a motive. Here's ABC's Rena Roy.
A deadly mass shooting at a Catholic school in Minneapolis that the FBI says is now being investigated as an act of domestic terrorism and hate crime targeting Catholics. A shooter firing through the stained glass windows of this Catholic church as dozens of children attended morning mass before classes at Annunciation Catholic School. Police say the shooter was armed with a shotgun, rifle, and pistol and fired from all 3 weapons just before 8:30 a.m.
These kids were literally praying. They should be able to go to school or church in peace without the fear or risk of violence.
Police say the shooter died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. The suspect, identified as 23-year-old Robin Westman, described as a female according to driver's license information reviewed by ABC News. FBI Director Kash Patel saying Westman was born a male named Robert. Sources familiar with the matter tell ABC News investigators are looking at social media accounts believed to be associated with the shooter.
There's no words for this. There shouldn't be words for these types of incidents because they should not happen.
At least 2 young children killed, just 8 and 10 years old.
It was like right beside me. I was like 2 seats away from the stained glass windows. So they were like, the shots were like right next to me. My friend got hit in the back.
Did he go to the hospital?
Yeah, he went to the hospital.
17 others, mostly children, were hurt.
Our teachers were heroes. Children were ducked down. Adults were protecting children. Older children were protecting younger children.
And I heard something like really loud, like I thought it was fireworks in the church. And then I saw the shooting.
Parents rushing to the school.
I just saw the kids exiting, so it's almost like a little parade of kids. I'm like just yelling at my daughter, saying one of her classmates said she's here.
Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Officials say the shooter did not have an extensive known criminal history, acted alone, and legally purchased the weapons. Border security was the focus of talks between Canadian cabinet ministers and the U.S. Secretary of State in Washington today. Justice Minister Sean Fraser called the 45-minute meeting productive. He was accompanied by the Minister of Public Safety and Canada's so-called fentanyl czar, Kevin Brosseau. Fraser says shared priorities were discussed, and the talks were an opportunity to highlight Canada's ongoing efforts to fight against fentanyl and criminal organizations. A flight from Edmonton to Calgary had to turn back last night because of a mechanical problem. The Air Canada Express flight had a problem with its landing gear and returned to the Edmonton airport around 7 p.m. The plane landed safely and passengers were shuttled back to the terminal by bus. But it took about 2 hours to move the plane off the runway, and that caused delays for other flights. 22 flights were canceled, 10 delayed, before operations were able to return to normal. A young Calgary pilot who beat cancer is still grounded, waiting months for Transport Canada to approve his medical review. He's been cleared by doctors to fly, but he can't return to the cockpit until Ottawa gives the green light. Mark Villani has more on the delay and why some say funding is needed to tackle a backlog.
This is the plane I trained on. It was a Cessna 172.
The Springbank Airport is where hundreds of Southern Alberta pilots earn their wings. For 20-year-old Ethan Larson, it's where his lifelong dream took flight.
Basically, since I could walk, I've always dreamed of being a pilot.
But all of that changed last April. Just a week after graduating as a commercial pilot, Larson was diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia.
It was quite devastating because I worked so hard and everything was going great.
He underwent chemotherapy and a stem cell transplant. Doctors eventually declared him healthy, and in December, he submitted his medical review application to Transport Canada. Fast forward 8 months, and his file is still sitting in Ottawa.
And they told me that if I keep contacting them, it will delay the process even more. I had companies calling me, and they were asking when I can come back, and I just had to keep telling them that I'm stuck on the ground right now.
Transport Canada has upwards of 60,000 medical applications to review annually, 25% of which are considered complex. The safety and security of the aviation sector is a top priority. A complex file will result in extended timelines for consideration of flexibility.
The last thing you want to do is hold the kid back.
Country music star George Canyon is an avid pilot himself. Diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, he knows the struggles of Transport Canada medical reviews.
It's not a malicious intent from Transport. It's just, you can imagine the number of files with the limited amount of resource. How do we spread it out?
The Airline Pilots Association also warns of medical approval backlogs, calling on Ottawa to allocate appropriate funding levels to Transport Canada to ensure the department is able to meet at minimum established processing standards. And in the wake of a nationwide pilot shortage, some say these jobs are in high demand.
Air Canada alone loses around 100 pilots a year for retirement.
But those opportunities are dwindling the longer this pilot is forced to wait.
These are people's lives at stake and livelihoods.
Mark Villani, CTV News, Calgary.
Transport Canada says its Aviation Medical Review Board regularly meets to process applications, but wouldn't confirm if it was experiencing any staffing issues to address backlogs. Thousands of Air Canada flight attendants have started voting on a new tentative agreement. The airline and its union agreed to the deal last week with the help of a federal mediator. That ended a strike that disrupted flights for thousands of customers. Terms of the deal include incremental pay hikes over 4 years and limited pay for work done while the plane is on the ground. More than 10,000 workers are eligible to vote until next Saturday afternoon. Well, this was the news that broke the internet yesterday. The proposal itself was likely months in the making, but a U.S. artist found a way to capture the moment in mere seconds. Our trending videos are next. A celebration of all things Italian and some great music, all coming to the Martha Cohen Theatre.
Exact silence. It goes like this. Step 1, get everyone's attention.
Farron Timothea is returning to Calgary to play 25 different people in Made in Italy. The story is about an Italian teenager growing up in Jasper in the 1970s who is determined to be a star. Made in Italy last came to Calgary 2 years ago and sold out all shows. The star says he's excited to be back.
It's an absolute gift and a joy. It's an amazing thing to be invited back. It's an amazing thing to feel all the energy from the Calgary audiences that asked for it to come back. And as a result, it just feels celebratory and fun. We had our first paid audience last night, and it was so joyful and happy and so full of laughter. It felt like a reunion.
And you can check out theatrecalgary.com for all the show details. All right, we know the world reacted to the news of U.S. pop star Taylor Swift and NFL player Travis Kelce's big engagement news yesterday. So as we all did that, a Chicago artist got to work. That's pretty good. Ben Zarowski, otherwise known as the Flippist, put pen to paper to capture the moment. The Kansas City Chiefs tight end got down on one knee to pop the big question. His illustration was inspired by the pictures that they shared to Instagram. She's wearing her striped dress. He's wearing his T-shirt and shorts. That's pretty bang on.
Did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
Hey, right?
That last one looks just like them. That's pretty good.
That's really good. I think, Danielle, you're going to like this one. Because if you've got little ones, you know that sitting down to dinner is sometimes no easy feat. Keeping them focused can be a challenge.
Oh my goodness, this is my day.
Yeah, it looks familiar, right? This man is channeling his inner child. He's spinning, he's standing, he's laying down, he's doing whatever he wants to do except sit down and eat his dinner. That seems like most kids, isn't that
You
right?
do that, Danielle?
Oh, goodness.
Do you do what that guy does?
What do kids do, I bet.
I don't. The littlest one is, he's the challenge. He can sit for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
This is what he does otherwise.
And then cartwheels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like that.
The best and baddest baldies squared off in Chicago for a brand new competition. So this guy dressed as Mr. Clean, and he won the first bald off. It was billed as a contest to declare the baldest baldy award. A hairless cat even showed up there. It seems like everybody had fun, so I imagine we can look for this next year too.
Yep.
It looks like they're having a good time, right?
Wasn't that rated the highest, sexiest attribute this year?
Was it? The shaved head?
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
No wonder they're holding competitions like that. Still to come, NVIDIA's revenue beat Wall Street estimates. The chipmaker giant shows continued strong demand for its AI chip. We have the details in our business report.
All right, Skywatch weather camera. Beautiful, hot day. It's summer, baby. And the summer heat, yep, it will last. It will last for the rest of this week. We may notice a bit of a difference by Saturday, even late Friday. That's a potential, but it won't be that much of a difference, to be honest. This is a hot week we got going on here. Okay, all the heat mainly is in the west. So 21 degrees in Victoria today, but 30 in Prince George, and specifically most of that heat in Alberta and Saskatchewan, around those 30s for Edmonton, Calgary, Regina, Saskatoon for daytime highs. Heat warnings in place for much of the province, and while it's not in the south end, that's of course because the warning criteria is different there, but as you can see, just as hot, if not hotter, in the south end. So current temperatures in those 30s, Lethbridge, Medicine Hat, Brooks, Drumheller, close enough to it in Calgary. We have a little bit of instability way off again in the mountains, but it won't be able to move off to the east because it's just too stable. But this is the system on the way that will deliver some cloud cover tomorrow, later in the day for us here in Calgary. Okay, 26 for the evening, a little windy at times, up to 50 kilometers per hour for the next few hours. Quiet tonight, hot even in the morning tomorrow at 18 degrees at 8 a.m. and a high of 30 is expected for the city of Calgary. More cloud cover in the afternoon and a little breezy at times. Kamloops 36, Salmon Arm 32, Golden even at 31 tomorrow, Edmonton 33. Little instability likely for the Rocky Mountain House area once again, but it should remain way off to the Rocky Mountain House area and not be able to track east once again. Olds looking at 30, Coronation 32, Lethbridge 27, and Medicine Hat in the 30s for tomorrow. So because of that cloud cover, and that system pushing in from the States. There will be more cloud cover in Lethbridge tomorrow, so we won't be able to get quite as high there, which is why you're looking at a high of 27 in Lethbridge. 29 is our high for tomorrow in Calgary and for Friday as well. As you can see, for next week, we're still going to be hot, but we won't have as many days in those high 20s next week, Tara.
Thank you, Danielle. The City of Calgary is putting out the call for election workers. The portal is open today for people who want to work on this fall's municipal election. This year, the city will need 4,500 workers. That's more than 1,000 people, more than it needed in 2021. Calgary and other cities and towns in Alberta have to hand count ballots after the province banned the use of electronic tabulating machines. Election workers must be eligible to work in Canada, be at least 16 years old, available for a training session in September or October, and be available to work advance polls on October 6th to 11th or on Election Day itself, October 20th. NVIDIA did not disappoint when the tech giant reported its latest results. Here's BNN Bloomberg's Marla Fernandez.
The world's most valuable company reported earnings after the close of the North American markets. NVIDIA's revenue is up 56% year over year, ringing in at $46.7 billion in its latest quarter. Washington has made it more difficult for NVIDIA to sell its semiconductor chips to China, but that seems to be only a hiccup for the company as it capitalizes on the ramp-up of AI worldwide. Here's a look at how the trading day ended. The Canadian dollar moved up to $72.52. West Texas Intermediate is up 90 cents to $64.15. Western Canadian Select down close to $1.50 at $50.23. And the TSX hit another record close again today, gaining 93 points to 28,433. Those are your business headlines. I'm Marella Fernandez.
Let's return to our breaking news now in Mahogany tonight. First responders are investigating a possible drowning in that neighborhood. Jordan Canagan is at Mahogany Lake. Jordan, you have been observing emergency crews there, so what is the latest?
Well, Tara, we can tell you that this search continues here on the lake and in the water. As you mentioned, multiple emergency responders have been here for at least the last hour or so after someone was reported missing in the water. Hawks was over top, hovering for about 45 minutes earlier. We have also seen several crews of the Calgary Fire Department's water rescue team. Calgary Police are here, and ambulances, multiple ambulances are on standby as well. Just moments ago, we saw one of the divers go into the water on a paddleboard to continue part of that search. It is concentrated around the dock area, just very close to the Mahogany Beach Club area. Now, we don't know exactly how this happened, what led to this search and rescue call, but we can say that the search at this point is continuing. Tara?
Thank you. Two hockey superstars are in Calgary. They're here for Hockey Canada's orientation camp, and Glenn has more on their Olympic preparations coming up. Armed with a seemingly endless supply of tomatoes, partygoers in Spain threw down in a huge, messy food fight. The streets were flooded with people and tomato juice at the annual La Tomatina Festival near Valencia. 22,000 people packed the streets. This tradition dates back to 1945 when a spontaneous and very saucy skirmish broke out among local villagers. The best hockey players from Canada are in Calgary this week. Glenn is back with us, and Glenn, they're all here for Hockey Canada's orientation camp.
Tara, the 2026 Olympic Winter Games being held in Italy, and yes, this week in Calgary, we have the best men, women, and para-hockey players from Canada. It's a chance for the men, women, and para-athletes to get together, share some stories, and bond as Team Canada before the Olympics. For the men, this is their first appearance in the Olympics since 2014 in Sochi. Sidney Crosby scored the golden goal in Vancouver, also played in the Sochi Olympics, where Canada won gold as well. For many others, this will be their first time at the Games. So what's the Captain Canada hoping to get out of this orientation camp?
Yeah, I think just getting to know everyone, getting as much preparation as far as knowing what to expect when we go there. But yeah, it's a lot of things crammed into 3 days here, but it's really important for us, and obviously as Team Canada, you want to try to come together as best you can.
You know, I know for myself, you know, the hockey after the Four Nations was the fastest, tightest checking, most difficult hockey I've ever played and ever been a part of. So I can only imagine, you know, what it's going to be like at the Olympics and that next level. And that's what ultimately everybody wants is you know, sport at the highest level, and that's what the Olympics is all about. And
you know, seeing Sid here, McDavid, you know, Drew Doughty, who I grew up idolizing, it's been just super fun and exciting for me, and you know, I'm just enjoying the moment, being present here.
Uyghurs, the lone flame, to get an invite to the orientation camp. There are 4 Calgarians who are here: Aiden Hill, Cale McCarr, Josh Morrissey, and Braden Point. The Winter Olympics for Milan Cortina run from February 6th to the 26th. Well, tonight on Golf Tips, we work on alignment.
Mackenzie Meadows Golf Tips with PGA Pro Scott Orban.
Beautiful day at Mackenzie Meadows, the birds chirping.
Beautiful. It's a sanctuary down here, Fish Creek Park. Glenn, we're going to talk about alignment.
Important, super important, right?
Yeah. You could have a perfect golf swing, but poor alignment. And if you have poor alignment, it's not going to the desired result. So we know you have a perfect golf swing.
Yeah.
How do you do it? Well, what I've done is I put down 2 clubs and I've aligned it to the tree out there on the left. From here, golfers can check their club face alignment, walk into the shot. Your body lines are going to set up square to that, make your swing, okay? And you want to repeat that over and over again, working toward this core fundamental that we see the PGA Tour players and the LPGA Tour players working on this all the time. So we got a defined target there, and Glenn hit that a little right.
All right, but...
And with a wedge, in this case that he's using, if you hit it right with that wedge, your distance is going to be way shorter, and if you close it, it's going to be way longer. So it also works back to distance control. So this is a way you've got to work on that core fundamental. You can do this on the putting green, chipping, pitching, full swing, driver, all of it. But really work that core fundamental, which most golfers don't. They get up and they just set up and they hit it.
I need more practice.
Get to work.
Obviously, right?
Get to work,
Thanks,
Glenn.
Scott. Yeah, thank you. Was awful. After that tip, Scott sent me to the range to hit 3 buckets of balls.
Oh,
next week,
that
Scott
sounds
gives us
horrible for you.
A driver tip. That one went to the right. That was dreaded. S word.
He's a strict teacher. Like, that's not going to cut it, my friend.
But I think Glenn likes being told to like work on his golf a little more.
Yeah.
Get back to that driving range, Glenn. And you know what? Great weather for that. If you can handle a little bit of heat, of course. So even a little bit warmer for tomorrow. This is your Action Furnace 24-hour forecast. Action Furnace fixed right or it's free. 26 degrees, a little gusty for this evening. 18 to kick off the day tomorrow at 8 a.m. and a high of 30 for tomorrow. We're holding on to this heat for the rest of this week and through long weekend. The only day that it may feel a little more reasonable is Saturday, but still a high of 26. All right, Weather Window brought to you by Lux Windows and Doors, crafting quality windows and doors for your style. Budget Alberta's climate. Ron Jeffrey says no one was in the park. It's too hot.
Too hot.
Midday.
Thanks for your company tonight. Have a great evening. We'll see you tomorrow.